Hello and welcome to day 11 of the Posture Challenge. So we're doing so well, 21 days, we're on day 11, only 10 more days to go. So we are over halfway. So by this time your posture should be really improved. You should be feeling much more open in your chest, stronger in your upper back, much better hips. I've noticed that my anterior pelvic tilt has improved a lot, so I'm much more level, which is really good. My shoulders are much more open. So this stuff really does work. Sorry, a bit red today. I've been treating and it's really warm in my room. I'm always a bit worried it's going to be cold. So it's my worst fear, it's going to be cold in my treatment room. So I'm sorry if I'm a bit red. I've been doing lots of cupping as well. So I'm cupping for some patients today over their lower back. So incorporating that into the treatment a little bit, which is exciting. Really good for blood flow, really good for fascial adhesions, really good for muscle relaxation. Really interesting stuff. Right, so we're going to be doing all stretches. So we're going to be stretching out our traps, our scalenes, working through that hunchy area, stretching out our traps, some open book, some pigeon for our hips and our glutes, foam rolling our glutes, and finishing off with our usual foam roller all-round stretch. So let's get started. So hand behind your back. I quite like holding onto my hand like this. This is something they do in yoga. You don't have to, you can hold onto a chair even. And then just bring your head down and towards the left. So getting a nice stretch through these upper trap fibers. So important if you're doing desk work. So I've had my green smoothie this morning. Haven't missed a day with green smoothies, so I'm really happy with that. 2 litres of water a day, so feeling much better. Notice my skin is a lot brighter, feeling a lot more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So feeling really good with that. So let me know if you guys have managed to be keeping up with your water, having a really healthy breakfast, or any other really good habits you've been doing in January. Swap sides. My hands behind my back. I'm going to put my palm to palm. So this manoeuvre is sort of a slight yoga manoeuvre, and then down and to the right. So you're going to stretch through the neck, through the upper shoulder on that left side. Really good. So we are on day 11. So I'm so proud of us. Well done, us. And the other side. Swap sides, down and to the left. Really good. So I've been keeping busy during this lockdown. I've picked up my knitting needles again, so I've been making socks. So just did a click and collect from Yak in Brighton. So shout out to Yak in Brighton, such a fun knitting shop. You can order online and you can pick it up from the shop. There's someone there all day, every day. So if you're looking for a new hobby during lockdown and you live in Brighton, I can totally recommend. They've got a really lovely wool that's 70% wool, 30% nettle. Yes, actual nettle leaves it's made of. It's quite incredible. Okay, really good. Now we're going to stretch out our scalene. So one hand onto the collarbone, other hand on top, looking up and away. So it's anchoring down that collarbone, and we're stretching out through the scalenes. So you've got 3 little muscles here, and just looking up and away. You can kind of clench your teeth at the same time. Makes it a bit stronger. You actually have a massive bit of fascia all across here called your platysma. So when you kind of do this, you can see a lot of your platysma. Good. So when you do this stretch, it actually elongates your neck and you end up with a much more sort of elegant neck. Drops your shoulders as well. So this one always looks so much better afterwards. So I do treat like a few models and things, so this is a really good one for you for work. And the other side. Looking up and away. Or really good if you just, don't want to have a hunched posture, like most of us tend to creep up on us over life. I've always had a very good posture until I had my son, and then it's definitely been a bit more of a battle, picking up toys and reading to them, and you know, cuddling them, hunching over. And especially sort of in the early days, feeding them as well. So I think that's what it really tends to affect women. Yeah, so really, really good for new mums. So now we are going to do, I love this exercise. So cross your arms over like this, pop them behind your knees. You're going to bend your knees and then you're going to straighten them, and your hands, let me bring this down a bit so you can actually see. So you're going to cross your hands over, pop them behind your knees like this, and then arching up like an angry cat. Let your head drop down, let it go. And imagine this part of my the spine is being pulled to the ceiling, so pulling up against your arm, so pulling up like this, it's like that. So your knees are straightening and you're pulling up with your spine to get a nice stretch through the upper back here. So these muscles tend to get really overused. So especially when we're slumped over our desks. So if you've been slumping, which I hope you haven't been, this is an excellent one. And relax. And we're going to go again. Cross the arms over, pop them behind the knees, and bring the spine, middle of the spine up towards the sky. Straightening our knees to get a bit more of a pull. My hands are holding onto the back of my knees. Really good. Excellent. Now, we're going to do a few roll downs, so we're just going to let our arms drop. I'm going to just scroll, I can't get my words out. Drop down one vertebrae by vertebrae. And back up, and we're going to do the same again. Drop down one vertebrae by vertebrae. So if you're not sure how your posture's doing, try and get someone in your bubble to take a side view picture on your phone. So quite often in clinic, I'll ask patients to use their phone and just take a picture of their posture from the side view. Because a lot of patients are like, yeah, I know my head's probably a bit forward, but until you actually show someone, everyone is always extremely shocked. It's an angle you can't really see yourself. And then when you actually see it, you think, oh dear God. So it's really, really good to get a side picture. Oh, so red today. Nice. So, foam roller, let's go. We are going to foam roll our lats. So, hope that's a good angle. We are going to bring the hands onto the foam roller. We're sitting on our heels, and as we sit back in our heels, we bring our arms out at the same time, whilst also pushing down. So we're pushing through, going back on our heels, pushing down, straightening out those elbows, chest to the ground, and back up. Do you know what? I've been aching all day, all morning here today, and I could not figure out why for the life of me, because I did training with Ty yesterday. We mainly did sort of the upper shoulders, like deltoids and things, and I thought, oh gosh, did I do much lat work? But actually we did these yesterday in the 15-minute 21-day challenge. So I must have really needed them because I'm feeling it. Even though I didn't feel we did that much, I'm really feeling it today. So it shows you don't always know exactly where's tight until you start stretching, or quite often people feel the same when they're having treatment. They don't quite realise where's tight until they start getting treated, and they realise all the areas that are tight as you work through it all. Good, so we're coming up, sitting back on our heels, rolling up the foam roller, bring the chest to the ground, and we're pushing down on the foam roller at the same time. Good. Lovely. Now we're going to do some book openers. Oh, still so red. Don't forget to drink water, folks. Right. So one foot up, and then we're going to open up like that. And actually we're going to lunge through at the same time. So we're going to come up, we're going to lunge forward as we open up at the same time. So one of my very good friends who's also a chiropractor always laughs at me when I do this one. But it's really good for you. Everyone should do more of these. So we're doing opening a book. You can do these against the wall. So I would have the wall on my left side, and then I'd be have one hand against the wall and the other hand trying to press against the wall the other side. So you can do these against the wall if you want to. Okay, 2 more. And the other side. Lovely. Okay, let's swap sides. Okay, so we're going to use both hands in front, palms together, and then we have straight arms. We're going to lean forward to get a good hip flexor stretch. So you should feel in the front of the hip, and then we're going to open as we lunge forward. So really good for opening the chest, really good for spinal twists, for mobility through the spine. Nice hip movement as well, so it opens up the hips, stretching out that hip flexor. So it's a really good all-round one, this one. And you could actually use this as a warm-up in the gym. So I always talk to patients about active warm-ups over sort of static stretching. So you should do sort of movements like this to warm up your muscles, especially the movements you're going to do. So you can do squatting and things in the gym. You do a lot of hip flexion. This is a really good one to do before you start training. And obviously very good if you've been sat at the desk. So all of this is really designed mainly for people working from home on their desk. Good. Right, next we are going to do pigeon. So we are going to turn this around a little bit, I think. And we are going to, I should have had stretchier trousers for this one. So we're going to bring our shin at right angles. Our hands are going to go in front of our shin. We're going to bring the other leg behind. Oop, it's a bit higher than I thought it was going to be. And we're just going to prop ourselves up on our fingers like this. So try and get that shin as sort of horizontal as you can. Bring the other leg behind nice and straight. If you've got any back problems, don't extend. In fact, probably avoid this one, but you definitely want to be quite far forward. But to be honest, I would just avoid this one if you've got any lower back problems. It's a lot of compression on the joints if they're sore. Great. And the other side. Good. Swap sides. Really, really good. Okay, really good. All right, and relax. So, next we've not got long left. Yeah, so we're nearly there. So just want you to pop the foam roller vertically. So this one we do nearly daily. I just feel it is so good, this one. So going along vertically over your spine, let your head drop off the side. It's got a few cracks in my spine. Not the same as being adjusted. Let me add very quickly, and let your head drop off and your arms drop off. Good. My feet are about hip width apart. So are my knees, my hips are off the ground, my head is dropping all the way back, my arms are outstretched, and I'm just letting gravity take my hands. You can put some little tomato cans or something, tin cans in your hands if you want to. Just make it a little bit stronger, so it's a bit more of a weighted stretch. Gosh, it's so funny, when I first started making these videos, 15 minutes seemed like a lot to fill with exercise. So I was worried that it would, be difficult, but actually, it's so short, it's not much time at all. Lovely, and that is your 15 minutes of posture exercises done for the day. Well done you. So if you have done this video today, put the secret word water bottle underneath, so I know you've actually done it. Okay, bye.